tired.
The air here is so fresh, especially for a city with this many factories. Must be because we're up in the mountains.
I'll say, compared to the capital, the air quality is pristine.
Well, the capital does have a few 100,000 more people living there. Sure is a nice day today, isn't it, Elisa?
Not as nice as last night must have been.
I told you, I'm sorry.
No jealousy involved there at all.
Yeah, I'll bet you are. I cannot believe you! After all those things you said to me last night, you go rushing out to meet another girl!
Ooh, the skies might be clear, but I'm sensing a stormy forecast today.
Well, all things considered, even if we assume Captain Claire is trustworthy, I'm not sure how wise it was to go out on your own.
I know. In hindsight, I regret keeping it to myself.
Still, it was pretty bold of Captain Claire to show up alone to meet Reen. Even dressed down, I wouldn't have thought she'd go out alone with the Provincial Army on patrol.
I'm guessing she's more than strong enough to handle herself. Not sure what her weapon of choice is, though.
I wish I could have seen her all dolled up, though. Bet she was a real knockout. Come on, that would put a spring in any man's step. I don't blame you for sneaking out alone.
Oh! I put a bee in her bonnet.
No! It's not like I knew she was going to show up wearing a cocktail dress. I swear!
You seemed pretty taken by her when she showed up yesterday, though. And your eyes were glued to her right up until she left the scene.
Oh, really?
So while we were enjoying a quiet evening, you were out carousing with a beautiful woman, were you?
Yeah, with Fee as a
You
sidekick.
lucky son of for shame, Reen! We're here representing the Academy on a field study!
I swear, you guys are just making things up at this point.
Pretty much.
But thanks to the information I got from her, we have a pretty good idea what's going on here in Ruhr. And now that we know, we should be able to do something about it. What do you think, Elisa?
Yeah, I'm in.
So in short, the first factory did something to catch the eye of the railway military police, prompting an inspection. And all the while, the Provincial Army has been here blatantly trying to prevent them from doing that?
Let's not forget that the first factory is run by none other than the Noble faction.
I know that the divisional directors have been operating without much in the way of executive oversight for years now. But Mother always allowed it. She thought that encouraging competition among the divisions would yield more innovations. I never thought that'd lead to something like this.
Seems like the lesser of two evils.
By the way, hearing about the first factory made me curious. Do the other divisions have their own political allegiances?
Well, to give you a basic idea, this is a bit oversimplified, of course. Divisions are made up of many people, and they all have their own opinions. But the positions of each division's directors are clear as day, though. The first and second factories in particular have had a pretty fierce rivalry going on between them for years. But even still, I wouldn't have expected the first factory to do something flagrant enough to prompt a military inspection.
Neither would I.
All right, we're gonna do whatever it takes to get to the bottom of this. And when we tie this up all nice and neat for her, even my mother will have to admit she's grateful to us.
Sounds like a plan.
That's the spirit!
Offhand, I'd say this falls under the scope of our field study too.
Thanks, everyone.
Sounds like we're in for a ride.
Anyway, let's take a look at the field study tasks Sharon gave us for today.
Go. Norsha Highway Monster required. A ferocious monster has appeared on the Norsha Highway. It's a trap! It's a trap. The Norsha Provincial Army hereby requests its extermination. Monster is a hydra, and its location is an open area off Norsha Highway. Once the monster is eliminated, please report to the soldiers in front of Marquis Ragner's residence. Shots fired. Those of us at Rhineford's second factory have developed a new type of orbital gun, and we'd like to have it tested. Speak with me in RF Arms if you fancy giving it a shot. Crying over lost milk. Milk is missing! Could you please help us find our beloved little kitty? Any would-be heroes should come to me at my house next to Dining Bar F. Vanilla. Alright, well, we already know that we're supposed to do the blue ones first.
Yeah, I think we can handle these.
It's still 8 a.m., so we have plenty of time to work our way through the list.
And while we're doing that, we can ask the people we meet about how things stand between Rhineford's divisions. Look alive, everyone. It's time to get to work.
Right. Roger.
Gotcha.
Okay. So now that we've gone through all that talking, do a quick save so we don't have to listen to it again. And
Right.
walk around as Elisa. And is that something? No, it is on this floor. Okay. One of them's on the first floor, and one of them's on this floor. You must be the students from Thor's. Thank you for coming. I assume you must be Sandy? That's right. Though I wasn't expecting Lady Elisa to be accompanying you. I've seen you a few times over the years, but it's an honor to meet you in person. That's very kind of you. Well then, allow me to tell you a bit about myself. As you know, my name is Sandy, and I serve as Chief of the 2nd Factory's Firearms Development Division. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to work with you. Thank you. The pleasure's all ours. It must be tough for Elisa around here sometimes. Yeah, she's practically a celebrity here in Roar. As you might have gathered, I need your help combat testing a new kind of orbital firearm. Specifically, I require the assistance of someone familiar with the use of orbital firearms in combat. So, would one of you be able to help? We'd be happy to help. Excellent. Well, then, to begin with, what kind of gun would you prefer? Oh, what do you mean? I assumed you were just going to give us whatever you had ready. Terribly sorry. I probably should have explained. Technically, I'm not asking you to test a gun, but rather a device that goes inside it. It's called an orbital unit. And what is that exactly? I'm sure you're all aware that orbital firearms use orbital energy to propel their bullets. Orbital units are the internal mechanisms responsible for producing that orbital energy. After much arduous research, we've finally developed a brand new kind of orbital unit. As such, the kind of gun it will be installed in makes little difference. For this test, any type will do. Okay. So what you're saying is the orbital unit's basically the engine and the gun's the car. Precisely. A very accurate comparison. Alright, I think we get it now. So what are our choices, gun-wise? I've brought 3 with me. A shotgun, a pistol, and a pair of gun swords. If you'll forgive me, I did a little research on your weapons of choice. Tests like these are best performed by those with a degree of proficiency. That's true. It wouldn't be a very useful test if your tester was uncomfortable with the weapon in question. Oh, that's awesome, thanks. Even brought something for me. So, what is it exactly that you want the tester to do? Ah, yes, I do have a specific test that I would like you to conduct. Specifically, I need you to defeat a number of dancing owls, a kind of monster found on the Sashan Mountain Path. 10 of them should do. Dancing owls? Yes, we fought them before, Elliot. Their name doesn't sound terribly threatening, but they are highly agile, bird-like monsters, which makes them perfect targets to test firearms on. The tester won't need to defeat them alone, but he or she must be the one to deal the finishing blow. Okay, I have to remember that. Understood. How are you guys going to decide who gets to test the orbital unit? Well, how about you pick fearless leader? Sounds good to me. I'm fine with that as well. Sounds like that's settled. You know, I don't always have to make these decisions. I think you're just going to have to accept it. Alright then. In that case, all targets are agile, bird-like monsters. Considering how fast Fee is with her gun swords, taking them down should be no problem. So do you want to be the tester, Fee? Okay. Sounds as though you've made up your mind. Here's your test weapon. See what you think. Sure. Fee changed her equipped weapon for Black Raid. That should do nicely. Should we head over to the test area then? Yeah, I'm ready. Alright, let's get going then. Sashin Mountain Path is where we went to the mine, right? You got it. The exit's near the airport. Alright. So we've got that quest. Hello. Goodbye. So now we're gonna come over here. And this is the bar F. And they said they were the resident next to it, which has to be this. With the missing kitty. Excuse me, are you Vanilla? We're students from Thor's Military Academy. Did you say Thor's? Does that mean you're the class 7 students who helped my husband yesterday? That would be us. Then that must mean your husband is Chief Johan then. That's right. Thank you ever so much for helping him. What a funny coincidence this is. My daughter Mint attends Thor's too. We know Mint. Mint from the Wind Orchestra? I do think that's her club of choice. Does that mean you're part of it too? Yeah, Mint and I get along really well. She makes practice a lot of fun. Aw, that's so sweet of you. It's great to know she's made such nice friends over there. But, back on topic, would you be willing to help me? Our cat, Milk, has gone missing, and I'll need your help to find her. We'll find her. We're going to find a lost cat. When did she go missing? It was 2 nights ago. I was making dinner like I usually do, and I decided I would try and make something a little different. So I decided I'd try using an ingredient that I'd never seen before. But when I did, an odor pungent enough to burn off your eyelashes started coming from the pot. Oh my. You said you'd never seen this ingredient before? I wonder if it was actually something edible. So then what happened? Well, my survival instinct was telling me to air out the room. So I left the door open for a while to try and get rid of the smell. But while it was open, Milk seems to have gotten out. So you haven't seen her since. What does she look like? Well, she has orange and white fur, and she's wearing a yellow collar. She's also extremely cautious and doesn't really like people very much. So I imagine she's probably somewhere with that many people nearby. I see. It sounds like we should mainly search outdoors then. Is there anything else you can tell us that may help us find her? Well, she loves to crawl under things. I don't know why, but it seems to relax her when she does that. Ah, okay then. Well, that's just how cats are. I know how she feels. You do? Well, anyway, that should be enough information to get started with. Does that mean you're going to try to find her then? Of course we are. We'll get started right away. Okay, so she's outside. She's orange and white with a yellow collar, and she likes to hide underneath things. So I My first thought is she over in the box the little boy was hanging on? And I don't want to go up there yet. That's their house. The city of Ruhr was designed to be divided into two areas, the upper level and the lower level. No worries. But a design like that means you can fit twice as many buildings into it as you could otherwise. Marvelous, isn't it? Functional beauty at its finest. Okay. Just gonna drink really quick. Okay. So first we're gonna go back down this little area where we found the little boy. And of course the box that the boy was in is now gone. It's still locked, just checking, because, you know, I'm here. Alright, I talked to him. Kitty's not on that rail. And I don't think there's anything down here. Kitty's likely to be down there. You never know, but it's not up on the stairs by the church. Apparently, Lady Angelica and her father, the Marquis, aren't exactly on the best of terms. If it weren't for that, I'm sure she'd come and visit us occasionally, too. There's nobody like Lady Angelica. That's what makes her so wonderful. She's so wonderful. Alright, I don't see a kitty under any of these benches. That goes inside the building. I mean, unless it's gonna be one of those things like you literally have to go up to each and everything. Like when I was looking for the cards. That's where I came up from, and she's not under there. Oh, here she is. Hi, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here she is. I never would have thought to look under this bench. Yeah, it's an easy spot to miss. Now the question is, how are we going to get her to come back with us? Not anymore, it's not. Cautious is right. We didn't have a chance. Well, let's head after her. Oh boy, hide and seek with a cat. Kitty, 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 kitty. Where are you hiding? There's no bench over there. She could have gone down into that space again. Does he say the same thing? I really want to study at the Institute of Technology when I'm older. I'd love the chance to study the city's functional beauty and create more of it myself. So if she's not down here, we'll check by the house, then we go down to the lower level. Not down here. First, it wouldn't be so simple as she'd be by the house. Alright. So... Oh, I know. I need to do. Okay. So over here is usually the guy and his dog. I don't see the cat here. Oh, thanks to Chancellor Osborne, this nation's railway network has been expanded as much as it has. It's made it that much easier for people and goods to move all over the country. Thinking about it, this country really has changed significantly since the railway network was first established. Okay. Down here's the tunnel we need to go to later. I just want to make sure. Alright, there's no kitty there. First and second factories really aren't getting along lately. We seem to get a different set of orders every 5 minutes. It's really taking it out of me. There's a guy standing here. I just received word from the mansion that Lady Annabelle has been sighted in Legram. I must hurry there at once. Wait for me, my lady. I'm on my way. Well, he's been all over the place looking for her. We're on our way to the station from the airport right now. Apparently the station is huge, too. Erebonians really do love everything to be gigantic, don't they? That Ruhr Airport truly is a magnificent structure. I suppose Rhineford was responsible for building that as well. They're one incredible company, that's for sure. Okay. Let's take a look around here. My grandma's not the only one who wants our shop to outdo the Rhineford store. It's hard not to feel competitive when they're right across the street. When it comes to drawing customers in, there's no one better. Partially because that's all I know how to do. There's no kitty under those benches. I don't see any benches over here. And while I'm going past, I think I might have enough to customize Machias's, whoever the last one's weapon is. Maybe it's this one. Yep, that's the one that we were missing. Now that I've upgraded his weapon. Alright, I don't think she's going to be down there. Is she under here? Oh, there she is. Just pick her up. Don't talk to her. Jeez. Another bench, huh? We can't let her get away again. So who's gonna try to catch her? And there she goes. You just had to say the word catch. Hey, don't blame this on me. This request keeps getting tougher and tougher. Where are you, Toddy? I can't find him today either. Why do you have to be so good at hiding from me? Well, what do you know? She's under another bench. We need to be really careful this time. Yeah, we should probably start by spreading out so she has nowhere to run. You had to say run, didn't you? Oops, she really is fast. She ran into the station. So are we doing the same? Yeah, if we let someone at the station know what we're doing, I'm sure they'll let us in to look for her. They explained what was happening to a station employee and were permitted to investigate inside the station. Eventually, they narrowed down the cat's location to a single stopped train car. This definitely looks like the right train car. Let's take a look then, shall we? Here she is. She was under something. This time she was just inside the car. Hey, here she is. There's nowhere to run this time. Doesn't seem like the smart idea to get any closer, though. At this rate, we're not going to be able to get her back home. Aw, if only I had my thingy with me. Your what? Hey, she's talking about one of these. Crow pulled out a chic cat toy out of his pocket. Ah, victory goes to the prepared. Why do you even have that? Are you always carrying it around? Well, you never know when it's gonna come in handy. Here, kitty kitty. Crow started playing with the cat. Now she's happy. Well, look at that. Even animals find me irresistible. Exactly, Rose. Exactly. He doesn't look like we'll have any trouble taking her back to her owner now. Are we gonna poof? Yep, poofed. Thank you so much for bringing her back. See, look how happy she is to be back. She's right at home here. Maybe that's because this is her home. I'm sure she's relieved to be back. I don't know what we would have done without you. Thank you all so much. Here, take these as your reward. I made them myself. And we got 5 melted gratons. Thanks. These look great. I can't exactly say I'm thrilled to try these. Yeah, same here. They do seem edible, at least. Well, thank you again. Crying over lost milk is complete.